Experience the future of English language teaching with EdTech in the fifth dimension. Here's your host, Mr. Mike Kedu.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Mike. Today I want to see how we can use EdTech tools and maybe some AI to prepare that awesome lesson plan that will get our students engaged. The context is young learners in a EFL classroom. I think I'm going to target B1, which is Senior D. Basically, a while back we did a mission or a module on sports, and it's the typical sports and equipment. Words about sports and the things you need to play them, like the equipment, the places where people play sports, talking about sports and getting fit. Overall, we did a couple of activities through there, talked about individual sports or team sports, and basically I wanted to connect sports in general with equipment to our community. I suppose you can call this community-based learning or place-based learning, and one of the reasons I do this is to make it more meaningful and connect what we learn to our community, and maybe get into some inquiry-based learning or project-based learning, which students find a lot more interesting. So basically, what did I do? It's actually 9:10, and I just threw a line, place-based lesson for a visit to a sports club museum. I thought of the idea of visiting a local sports club museum. I found the idea Pan Lesbiakos Silos Museum. I stumbled across it by accident with the students. See if I can find it. I suppose I have to pause now and find it. Great, so I did find it through Google, Museo Παλαισβιακό Γυμναστικού Συλλόγου. It's in Greek, which is fine. It looks like an awesome visit. It talks about the history. I went into the exhibits and I thought, wow. So here we have some really old sports shoe, a discus, some cups and medals. Medicine balls or gymnastic balls, some letters, and maybe sports, athletes, sports cards, so on and so forth. And it's quite interesting because it breaks it down into various sports. So I found this really, really interesting. And I found that my students could group up and stuff like that. So I threw it into ChatGPT and I said, give me a place-based lesson for a visit to a sports club. I didn't say who I was. I'm an EFL teacher. I didn't even say about the grade level. It actually understood because I've been using it quite a bit. It gave me a title, Exploring the History of the Pan Lesbiakos Sports Club Museum. Gives me some nice objectives. I had to refine them a bit. Students will learn about the history of the Pan Lesbiakos Syllogos, how it has impacted the community, in critical thinking, inquiry-based learning to deepen their understanding of the sports club history, some notebooks, museum map brochures. Well, I actually called them up and I closed a rendezvous with them so I can take my students. It gives me some really nice ideas, some pre-visit stage in the classroom. And then instead of guided tours, because we're going to be there for about 60 minutes max, I'm going to have my students take their mobile phones, have a notebook so they can ask a few questions, take a few notes. And basically what I said is, give me some questions we can talk about before the class, and they can ask the person, the man in charge. And then I thought, okay, so what am I going to do? We went there, we talked about it, we came back. They're going to reflect. They're going to reflect on the visit. They're going to write about the visit. And then I thought, okay, maybe we should have a deliverable. And I said, great, what happens if I could use CANVA to create a presentation just a blank presentation, but have AI create something which will help them, have AI, let me see, I copy pasted into Google Docs so I can have a copy and started writing my own notes, started refining it this morning. Took me a couple of minutes, and I'll be using this with my students. Basically, the title is Exploring the History of Olympiakos Sports Club Museum. And I'm going to go to CANVA, and I want to use this new tool, which you can basically see here, Magic Design. And I'm going to have AI create a presentation. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in Exploring the History of Olympiakos Sports Club Museum with students. And that's 70 words out of 100 max. And basically, it's going to create what it thinks we should have, the bare minimum of a presentation. And obviously, we as students have to fill in the gaps, put in our proper images. I'm just going to choose this one and create a presentation. And basically, I've got this presentation ready, which I am actually going to present to my students before the visit and say, Exploring the History of Olympiakos Sports Club Museum, yeah? What we will learn, the history of achievements of Olympiakos Sports Club, the role of sports in Greek culture, importance of preserving history through museums, introduction to Olympiakos Sports Club. Wow, it actually found information. History and achievements of Olympiakos Sports Club. Visit to the Olympiakos Sports Club. Exhibits in the museum. That is so crazy. This is actually an image which doesn't really represent anything, but it's not the point. Interactive activities in the museum. Experience the history of the Olympiakos Sports Club through interactive exhibits, guided tours and hands-on activities. Fun for all ages. Conclusion discussion. So basically, this created an intro presentation, just taking a few words. I'm amazed, yeah? We're looking for these really cool AI apps, and they're already there in our face, and they're just so easy to use. I played around with one more before I started recording this, and let me see if I can find it in my projects. And that presentation was awesome. Obviously, I'm going to use it with my students, but I didn't write about lessons. I just copy-pasted the Exploring the History of Olympiakos Sports Club, and it created something that students could use. And basically, I want to give this as a template and have my students create a presentation, and hopefully they will be able to do it as pair work and create and present it either on Flip as a video or in class, and we will be able to share this presentation with other students either in Greece or around the world. And this is a template ready-made for students. Obviously, they're going to put their own images in, they're going to tweak our collection, the collection, featured exhibits. They're going to tweak all this information, community outreach programs. Maybe they can talk about student visits because they are students and they can visit, so on and so forth. And I'm going to stop it here, and I'm going to tell you guys just a quick summary. I used ChatGPT. You can use say it again, you can use Edge, you can use Bard, you can use Hugging Face, you can use any AI you want for generative pre-trained transformer text, and you can use CANVA to create your own presentations just by plugging in a few words. I hope you like it. If you do like it and you do find it reasonable and useful, make sure you like my video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.